Hello, welcome, and happy Monday. I hope the weekend was very good for you and especially very profitable. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how the weekend went. Spoiler, it was very flat, so nothing major happened, especially in the cryptocurrency space. But we're going to take a look and I'm going to give you what I believe is going to happen this week. So this and other updates in today's video. Let's jump right into it. So again, welcome. We can start by looking at the prices of our favorite coins. So let's jump straight into it with Bitcoin at 103,996. So below the 104, which is interesting. There's a lot of people panicking because they saw very good prices last week for Bitcoin and they thought that Bitcoin was going to keep going. But because of the tariffs that we covered already, this most likely is going to be delayed a little bit. So Ethereum at 2483, we have XRP below the 215, BNB at 650, Solana at 153. So by looking at the fear and greed, we saw that now it is resetting to 50, so very neutral, and altcoin season also went down quite a bit. So this gives us two ideas, two main understandings, is that people, and when I mean people, everyone is scared that Trump will make more noise with the tariffs, and also that this isn't priced in yet. These are the fears that we see in the market because of Donald Trump. So does it mean that we have more to go? Because the fear and greed is resetting to neutral, and also the RSI, as we're going to see right now, the RSI reset to neutral as well. If we take a look right here on the daily for Bitcoin, we see that the RSI also reset to around 49. You can see 49.59. This shows us that if we have more pain in the upcoming days, it won't cause too much of a downside because we are resetting already with the RSI and with the fear and greed. So people are already acting cautiously when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to Ethereum. So the RSI going back to neutral and the fear and greed going back to neutral, this could mean that now we're most likely going to coast for a little bit. Maybe we're going to have some more pain, but not as much because the market is already getting that out of the way right now. And then we should see another leg up like we saw last week. So now if you switch that to Ethereum, you can see that we did look for the fourth time right here. We touched once, twice, three times, and the 200 moving average is indeed very strong, and it held. And now we're looking at the bottom of the Bollinger, which will also bring it below right here, this range that I marked before. You can see the range that we are right now is the bottom, and then we have the bottom of the Bollinger. So if you look at the bottom of the Bollinger, we will be resetting a neutral RSI as well. So this is interesting for Ethereum because whenever that happens, it usually kind of flushes the system out, and then we need to wait for another leg up following the reset to neutral. And for Solana, unfortunately, Solana did break below this box right here. Here also the moving average was very strong and it held as a resistance for Solana. And now after we broke below this, we have a very small support right here, right around the 150, 153. And then below that, we go all the way down to around the 140, 142, like we see right here, which has this top, some tops below that, this bottom right here, and we could be holding that again, which matches very closely to the 100 moving average. So Solana follows, but with way more swing, Ethereum and Bitcoin's direction. So if they're going down, Solana is going to go down even more because it has more volatility than these two. So we have to keep an eye, but I do think we're bottoming out because the RSI is at 39 already. So this could mean that if we go down a little bit more, the lower 30s on Solana could for sure mean that we are going to bottom out on Solana and then move back up. But other than that, we don't have too much to talk about when it comes to liquidations because 157 million here is not a lot to talk about. In the past 24 hours, we've been pretty average with longs and shorts liquidated. So it was pretty balanced. And if we look at the liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, you can see that we are about to touch a bottom right here. And usually when it does that, it creates a red candle followed by a green candle right after because it fills these positions and then the market fills the gap because it gets these positions, it liquidates people, it goes down like 200, 300 points, and then the market fills these positions back again. This is why you usually see that red candle followed by a green candle right after because these are orders liquidated by a lot of orders that just got in right below these liquidation prices. So regarding news, we don't have much to talk about. If we look right here at the S&P 500, which hasn't opened yet, last price that we have is 59 49.11, and right now we are 0.53 below. So for the US 500, we are 0.54 below now at 5,880. So that means that we could see a gap, a very little gap right here opening. And again, usually the tendency is when you open with a gap, you tend to close up. And we saw that for Friday, that we had a very slim candle with a huge wick because we opened right at the same time, more or less. We had a huge dip. Here you can see it better. We opened very close to the same price that we closed on Thursday. Then we opened on Friday. We had a huge wick below. You know, people were scared for the tariffs, and then markets picked up again, and it goes with a green candle, but that green candle was the same price we closed on Thursday. So nothing changed if you compare that to the actual prices from Thursday to the actual prices that we closed on Friday. Last but not least, we do have to talk about the copy trading. This was the first trade of June, and this one wasn't very profitable. We actually lost 0.58% in this trade, which sucks to see. To be the first trade negative, it doesn't look good in the charts. We usually like to see green all around, even if it is just 3 or 2%. But hopefully, and I'm almost 100% sure that we're going to see this number go back up, because we haven't had a red month since we started. We've had red days, but usually they're not in the first or the second day of the month. But hopefully we can recover this very fast, because the copy trading, the 0DT strategy, is one of the best things that we offer here on BitTopics, especially for people that don't want or don't know how to trade. Which brings us to the last point of the video, which is the course is almost ready. We have 2 lessons to go. Editing, me and the editor are almost done, and then we're going to be hosting that here on BitTopics for free, so you can join, learn options, learn how to make money. If you don't want to follow the copy trading, if you want to do it by yourself, don't want to depend or don't want to pay the 30% success rate, you can do it by yourself, by learning, and we're going to be teaching that for you for free. So hopefully we have a good week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below, interact with the video, just share it. If you don't want to comment anything, just comment a little emoji, interact with the video, because it helps to boost the channel. The channel has been slowing down in growth, and we need your help to bring these numbers back up. So that would mean a lot if you could interact with the video. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another one. In the meantime, take care. Peace.